Mark. Look at Devona. Doesn't have jumping. I don't know. I don't know what this is. So they posted this today. Guild Wars launched 20 years ago, starting a franchise that's helped shape the MMO genre. On December 3rd, Guild Wars ReForged launches. Why is it playing stuff choppy? There we go. That's a little better. It's not better. This is my PC. This was like the OG cinematic. I don't have a Steam Deck. That was a lot of words you threw at me. I love that. Oh, it's animated too. Guild Wars keep doing the animated logos like forever and ever. Okay, hold on. This was a lot of words. New low price. Support for controllers and high DPI displays. Cool. Enhanced audio and UI. Enhanced UI. Is it different, or is it, what does that mean? And rendering refinements. Okay. So here's the official blog post about it. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. New wallpaper. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Oh yeah, Vec's in there too. There he is. I like vaguely recognize all these characters, even if I don't know all their names. I don't think some of them have names. You were just about to do another playthrough? Well, now you can wait till December 3rd and do a brand new shiny playthrough. Guild Wars ReForged begins with a series of updates to Guild Wars that will be completely free to existing players and make it easier than ever for new players to experience it all firsthand. Excellent. So existing players don't have to buy a new thing. To make this project possible, we've partnered up with 2 Weeks, a small team formed in 2024 from former ArenaNet staff. I didn't know that. The first updates you can look forward to include first updates. Okay. New low bundled price. Guild Wars ReForged brings Prophecies, Factions, and Nightfall together for just $19.99. If you have purchased even one of the 3 campaigns, all of them will be unlocked through Guild Wars ReForged. And of course, there are still no subscription fees. They should just include Eye of the North. Like, just make it all one. Why have Eye of the North separate at this point? Just make it all one giant game. Hardware compatibility. Guild Wars ReForged is Steam Deck verified and has support for modern controller. Who has a Steam Deck? I don't have a Steam Deck. It'd be nice. Who has one? The UI has also been redesigned with larger text options, and the game has support for high DPI displays. That's cool. Visual and audio updates, dynamic sky bloom effects, new ambient occlusion, and lighting updates take better advantage of modern GPUs. Nice. Guild Wars 1 ray tracing, baby. Other visual touch-ups refine textures and make for a cleaner visual experience, while new positional audio support makes the world more immersive. Ooh, that's cool. This is beautiful. Look at this like widescreen shot. User friendliness. In addition to the updated UI that allows easier navigation, Guild Wars ReForged brings a new quest tracking system and an on-screen control guide. Wow. Is this going to be a separate client? I'm still going to be able to play OG Guild Wars 1, right? Yes, there's some clunkiness to the Guild Wars 1 UI, but that's part of the charm, right? Like that's part of the nostalgia, is that UI. So if it's like completely different, that'd be weird. I wouldn't want to lose the OG UI, you know, because like that is my childhood, you know. I love this, but at the same time, my nostalgia is like, ah! And Guild Wars ReForged isn't about a one-time update. We plan to keep collaborating with our partners at 2 Weeks to make further improvement. That's so cool, to the game in the future. If you've never filled up your Hall of Monuments, there's no better time to get started. I just this year, right after the 20th anniversary, I got God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals. So I got that achievement for the first time earlier this year. I do not have my Hall of Monuments completed though. I just want to replay the whole campaign again. I'd rather do that than grind for my Hall of Monuments, honestly. I just want to like play the story from the beginning again. That would be so much fun. You can tell the textures are sharper. Like it's, wow. It's such a beautiful game. We have the word remaster, we have the word remake, right? Like, so what would we classify this as? It's a reforge, obviously. It's a reforge. Oh, if it was released separately, it would be a remaster, but it's also just an update. Yeah. A modern refresh. But like I said, they've done this before, like with upgraded, like, you know, HD textures. Like I said, like they've done this before, but they didn't like rebrand the game, right? I think the rebrand is very smart because things like that, it's kind of like how they started doing yearly expansions for Guild Wars 2. And just the word expansion, the new logo, that in and of itself gets a lot more publicity in general, in and outside of the Guild Wars sphere than Living World, right? Because, like, you had the Living World logo, but you didn't have, like, it wasn't an expansion. It didn't have its own logo. There wasn't a logo for season 4, right? Like, it's just in the gaming, in the video game space. If you say it's an expansion, you have a new logo and stuff like that, just like the news outlets and players latch on to that. Ooh, expansion. Let's find out. Like that's just like, you know, a mark, you know, a buzzword, right? That people take notice more than like an update, right? So I think that having a new logo, kind of calling it something a little different, is very, very smart. Oh, and it's animate. They animated the logo. Guild Wars always animates their logos, and it's so good. And I'm glad that they said that they're going to continue to work with the team and continue to update stuff. I think that's amazing.